What is up, my pool playing friends? Welcome to another video where Matt and I are doing some sort of battle on the pool table. This game is called KickSafe. I'll put a link to our previous version of KickSafe. We decided to incorporate this more into our like practice and playing routines. It is a tough game. It is not a very fun game, but it's really good for your safety play. That video has rules. I had a card somewhere, a picture somewhere for the rules for it. If I can find it, I'll put it up on the screen. If I can't, I won't. You can see it in the other video. But basically, it is a 9-ball rack. You are always shooting the 1 ball, and your goal is to play it safe on your opponent so that he gives you ball in hand. Anytime you get ball in hand, it's a point. You play up to 7 points. Now, the actual real rules, if I put them up here, say your opponent gets a point, and then whoever gets the 7 loses, but we like winning over losing, so that's how we're doing it. Let's get over the table. We'll get this thing started. I'll kind of explain as we go. All right, here we are. Break doesn't really matter in this game because every ball is spotted. But I guess the break lets you shoot first. There is a push out if you need it. Matt made a ball. We're going to spot that up right away, I assume. And now Matt's goal is to play safe, hitting the 1 first, leaving me with nothing. And then if I don't hit the 1 and get a legal shot in, he gets a point. So these first few points are pretty rough. It's weird to go from shooting to playing safe back to shooting. It's difficult. What I like here, though, is I like crossing the 1 this way, playing the cue ball down into that. If he can do that, he has a good chance of getting me safe. We'll see what happens here. This is all about cue ball control. Very little worry about what the 1 is going to do. That's what he tried to do. He got me behind the 7, maybe. I think I can see a little sliver of this one. This game is also, there's a lot of setting up. So that maybe I can't get a perfect safe here, but I can set it up to move things around. So in a couple shots, maybe I'll get a safe. There's not a whole ton of thinking like that in it. But this one, I did not want to double kiss. I wanted to just play the cue ball straight down here. The 1 ball here, hopefully use like the 4-2-6 as cover. You can make a ball in this game, and then it gets spotted. And if you make more than 1 ball, the balls get spotted in the order that they fell. This sometimes comes into play, like when you're making 1 shot and having the cue ball go and hit a ball that's in the corner. Whatever ball goes in first is the one that stays down. Now, he was trying to make that so that it would spot behind this 4 ball and leave me here, and that would have been a pretty good save. Just bear with us a little bit. And if you have never played this game, my friend from Arizona, Drew Von Port, I'll put a link to his channel or his video or something up here, said that they played it before they went to Vegas and actually really improved their safety game. So I'm trying to use something to hide the 1, and I didn't do it. I had kind of a wall of balls here. Now, the difference between this game and 9-ball, the big difference is that in 9-ball, you can play a safety that leaves your opponent unable to make a ball, but in this game, the hit is more important. So you actually want to go for more of that devastating safety in this game than in 9-ball. I think Matt was trying to come off and go into here instead of into the 7. If I can draw this back, play it like maybe into the 2, I can come under this for cover. I'm going to have to use a little bit of right spin so when the ball comes off the rail, it spins this way. Looks like I'm going forward, though. Might be trying to lock this up on the back of the 2. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to lock it up right here, and I failed miserably. Matt's best shot would be to make this and leave the cue ball here, if not behind the 6. I don't know if he can hold it behind the 6. Actually, anywhere over here would be good because then I can't get down here to get to the 1, which is going to spot right here after he makes it. Yeah, I think he tried to hold it. He got center on, so that's not bad. And again, in this game, every ball that's made gets spotted. It's not like, I should say, it's not really similar to One Pocket or Banks because there's only one shot. You're never shooting two shots in a row in this game. It's always one at a time. All I need to do is come up and hit that and get a rail. I wasn't really worried about the one ball leave as much. It's hard to hit the side of this one ball and not have it head right towards the side pockets. I didn't want to take that chance. And if I scratch, that's a point for Matt. Or, yes, point for Matt. We are playing to 7. It may seem pretty brutal, but just bear with us. Maybe we'll see some decent saves or maybe even some better kicks. So it is called Kick Safe. I don't know what Matt's doing here. I think he might be trying to leave behind the 2. Yeah, I think he hit the 2 a little bit too hard, what he was trying. Here, if I can play the 1 up here and just drift the cue ball behind the 7, that would be pretty good. It's a really touchy shot. My bridge hand should be a little closer. Yep. I think my bridge hand should have been a little closer to the ball, and then I'd had a little bit better control over it. Instead, I hit it directly into the rail and hit the 7, and now there's no safe. Matt doesn't really have a safe here either, though. If I wouldn't have known any better, I thought he was going after the 9 ball, which does not count in this game. Only ball that counts in this game is the 1 ball. And that, I mean, as far as you have to hit the 1 first every shot. I don't know what I can really do here. If this were up here, I could play 1 into the 3 and play the cue ball here, but I don't have enough room to do, or I think I was trying to do that anyway, even though the pocket's here. So I was trying to leave the cue ball under here, which is pretty risky. Matt can kind of do the same thing if he jacks up a little bit, brings the cue ball kind of down into this point. But again, that's a really touchy shot. He may be better off just doing distance and putting this, aiming for the 5 maybe. I think that's what he's doing. The 4 ball is pretty big here. It's hard to get around it. So is the corner pocket. Ooh. He almost just gave me a free point there. So again, a 9 ball, this wouldn't be terrible because I would have to shoot a combination. Actually, probably would be bad, but in this game, it doesn't matter. If I didn't hit the point there, I think it would have been okay. I think it would have come out here, but I hit the point. Like I said, these first few shots when we start playing this game are usually pretty brutal. Matt's fighting the wall there. It's going to be harder to do a follow through on this shot, of course. This might be really good. I don't know if I can hit the outer edge of it. I don't think I can. I may just have to kick, but kicking 1 rail into this is a pretty good kick. And this is why you're kind of really going after these kind of devastating lock-up safeties. I hit the 8 first. I'm almost positive, and I think, yeah, I'm giving it to him. So Matt is on the board with 1 point because I followed. Matt gets ball in hand now to do whatever he can, or whatever he wants. This is where you can string points together because if you get ball in hand, you can keep putting your opponent in a spot where they can't hit a ball. Now everything's pretty much spread out. There's not a lot of cover in this situation, but he's going to try to do something here. A lot of times in this situation, a ball in hand, you can make the 1 ball because you know exactly where it's going to go. It's going to go on the spot, and then you can aim just for the cue ball. Doesn't look like that's what he's doing, though. Oh, no, it does look like that's what he's doing, only he did not get there. I don't know which ball he was trying to go behind, if he maybe between the 5 and 6. So here, like in a 9 ball game, you know what? Let's see if I can pause it. Come on. Let me pause it. Stop. In a 9 ball game, I would play, I mean, I may play the combination here too, but if I was playing safe in a 9 ball game, I would play this up here, try to get past the side pocket, just play the cue ball over here and try to use the 9 as cover. If it leaks out, or if like the 9 ball or the 1 ball goes here and the cue ball goes here, it's not a great shot. In this game, it's going to be a really easy kick, and it doesn't do me any good. So I have to try to go for a more devastating safety. And actually, I drew out exactly what I just did, and now I left the ball. So I'm not going to get a point here unless Matt somehow scratches. But in 9 ball, this would be a pretty good save. But that's where this game differs. And what can happen then is when we play a set after this, which is oftentimes 9 or 10 ball, we notice that our safeties are much better. Does not get you in stroke for making balls, but it gets you in stroke not in stroke, but in the mindset of thinking about safeties much more than you normally are. Now he made the 3 there, so the 3 just spots. It's not like he has to shoot again like in 10 ball. But he left the 1 right over the corner. Now if I can make the 1 and somehow get out, or even around here, because the 1's going to spot right here, that would be good. I'm on the rail, so I don't think I can't draw out of this at all. Yeah, it looks like I might be pretty straight on this ball too. So I'm trying to put a ton of right on it to kind of hit the rail and come out. Or that. Now this was recorded. I have released a number of videos after this video was recorded. This one was recorded December 1st. It was right in the height of my my deathly illness. Look at the first couple of minutes of this video to figure out what I'm talking about there. So Matt's going to do what he tried to do before, get cover down here, leave the cue, 1 ball is going to go in. I mean, he's going to get some cover because the 1 ball is going here. But again, this is an easy kick. I just 1 rail directly into it. Or not. Wait. No. So Matt is up 3-0. I do not have the scoreboard on this one. I think it was a couple videos after this where I implemented the scoreboard. Leaving Matt with all sorts of great opportunities here. Let's see if we can string a couple together here. I think he's going to try to get behind the 4, but the cue ball is going to probably go out, or the 1 ball is going to go out this way. So he's going to have to be careful on his line here. He's trying to hit it super thin so the 1 ball doesn't move as much, but that makes the cue ball move more. I do have an idea for a video like that, like spin transfer, speed transfer, something like that. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it. I kind of have it in the back of my head, so at some point in the future, look for that. No guarantees when, though. I could make this and come back up here because the 3's kind of blocking it. And I'm hoping for a bigger bounce. I didn't get there. I think he's going to be able to hit this 1 just on the side. Now, I think what he can do is bank this down towards the 8s. As long as he misses the double kiss, send the cue ball this way. Has to avoid the 8 with the cue, has to avoid the 9 with the cue. Oh, he went to make it. Okay. I think I like the bank there better. I mean, the make there in this game is easier because you know where the 1 ball is going to go. So I don't fault him for that at all. Maybe I'll try the same shot that I was just talking about. I tried it and I hit the 8 head on, and I'm just pretty good chance Matt can hit the 1 here. My intuition my vast pool knowledge and wisdom tells me that. It depends on what the angle is here. I like kind of jacking up and playing low left, sending the cue ball this way and back up. Cue ball, or the 1 ball kind of goes here and here. Looks like he's trying to just shoot it straight forward. That was definitely a foul. Depends on if I'm going to take it or not, or if he's going to tell me that it's a foul, or we're just going to ignore it. I think we're just going to ignore it. That was a double hit foul. Can't run through the ball like that. Push shot, double hit, whatever you want to call it. Illegal shot, illegal contact. So I'm going to make the 1 and leave this hopefully frozen. Yeah, I was trying to get on the 5 to get frozen behind the 4. I think I'm pretty good here. I don't even know if he has this one rail kick. I think he might have to go this way. He's looking at it like he does have the one rail though. So in this game, it also gives you really good practice to freeze on a ball. Matt has been experimenting playing with and without the extension on his cue. What is that flying around on the screen? Apologies for that. Yeah, I think he can go one rail and hit this. He needs a little bit of left. He needs a rail. He got both the cue ball and the 2 ball on the rail. That was a good shot. If I could get the 1 ball banked under here, it almost doesn't matter where the cue ball goes, but that's really touchy. It doesn't really help to make the 1 past the 6 because the cue ball doesn't have anywhere to go. Oh, or I could just scratch. I think I was trying to send the cue ball underneath the 4 and 5, but I didn't want to go by the 6 there. So in this game, Matt is up 4-0. We're playing a 7. Apologies for the coughing and the throat clearing and stuff. I'll mute a lot of it out, but we've had some crazy weather changes. My sinuses are going nuts. Matt was trying to follow that. I think he put the cue ball too close to the 1, which made his follow really weird. Cue jumped up in the air. But yeah, last night I think it was -10 with a -35 wind chill. I do not recommend. I was going to go play pool with Matt, and yeah, we both decided to stay in and hide. Almost gave him another point there. Instead, I just gave him a dead look at the 1. That was rough, though. I had no way to hit it other than that because I bridged over the 5. I think I only had the right, or our right side of the ball. Hey, somebody's at the door. That's great. And I found out that does pick up in my microphone here. I think Matt was trying to make that, but this is actually better than if he would have made it. Because if he makes it, the ball's right here and I get a straight on shot on it. He didn't make it and it's up here and now I have to deal with stuff. It may be easier to get safe here. What we have found though is in this game all the balls kind of push to that top rail and the side rails, making it harder to play safe behind. The closer is the rail, the harder it is to get ball behind it, obviously. I'm doing this again. I don't know. It's at this point in the video where Adam starts thinking of maybe not publishing this video online. But no, you know what? We do the good and the bad on this channel. In fact, check out, I don't know how many cards I have left. I think YouTube gives you 5 cards. If I have one, I'll put one to the Super 8 ball video that I played. Essentially an 8-ball, 9-ball combination video where first you take ball in hand like a regular ghost match. You run 8-ball like you would. Oh, excuse me. That one made me laugh so hard that I started gagging and coughing on my water. I'm going to pause the video here for a second. I'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. Had to take care of some coughing, sneezing, wheezing. I have a cough drop now, so things might be better. But normally in this game, what happens is you get points because you leave your opponent safe and they don't make the kick or they don't make a legal hit in the kick. Hence the name Kick Safe. We have reinvented this game. We are calling it Scratch Safe because I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong, I think all 6 points in this were scratches. 5 for Matt, 1 for me. I am on the board. Oh, geez. 6 for Matt, 1 for me. This is pretty terrible. We are just face palming. Time for a serious comeback here. I gave Matt ball in hand, so he could potentially put this match away with 1 shot. Although I don't see a great... Here's what I would try. He's gonna make this and try something. I would put the cue ball down here somewhere, play the 1 up here, and try to freeze behind the 3. I think Matt was looking at making it and drawing it up here behind the 2. However, he did get me pretty safe. This is not an easy hit at all, and depending on which way I'm coming in, like I can't really go 1 rail past the 9. If I hit this side of the ball, I'm scratching. So I'm going 3 rails around, but again, if I hit this side of the ball, I'm scratching. Look at that. I'll take it. Perfect hit on the 1. Now it spots up and he has a shot on it, but I kicked out of that to save my match life. Maybe I will keep this on and not delete it. We'll see. Actually, if you just saw me say that, that means I didn't delete it. If you didn't see me say that, that means I did. Figure that one out. This is really good. That was basically the shot that I was talking about doing, or the leave kind of I was thinking of doing when the 1 was here, putting the cue ball here and just kind of floating the cue ball behind the 3. So here I am. It is. I mean, Matt's on the hill. Matt needs 1 point, which means 1 scratch, 1 missed kick. If I don't hit the 1 ball and something hits a rail here, Matt wins. Looks like I'm going 1 rail at it between the 8 and the 9. Got a good hit. I'm not leaving him safe, but at this point, it's survival. If Matt can thin this into your... I don't know how much room he has, but like play the cue past here. If he can use the 4 as cover, this is a really touchy shot. I don't know how much room he has. It looks like he has about a half a ball, just from what I know the angles are. It's impossible to tell. I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to hit everything into there and leave the 1 behind the 4. I'm sitting here inspecting the table, trying to figure out what I want to do. I've mentioned this a couple times, or maybe once, but sometimes looking at it from a different angle gives you better ideas than when you're on the table. I want to leave this behind the 4, but I want to get the 1 out of here somehow, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. Or I can make the 1 off the back of the 5 and leave it behind the 4. Or I can do that. That's pretty good too. And I'm putting my hands up in the air triumphantly because I played a safe. For the first time in this game, 25 minutes in or whatever we are. Actually, I think the video, my recording is 25 minutes in, so that's... Yeah, we're like 22. So Matt has to kick at this. It's a kind of a rough kick because he can hit the 4. Oh, he did really good. Oh, you know what? He did really good there. I don't know if I can get to the back rail. If I can get here, I'm good. Wait, what happened? Why am I taking ball in hand? Let me attempt to rewind this. It's gonna be ugly. Oh, he hit the 4 ball. Okay, that makes sense. I did not see that when I first originally looked. So that I do get a point for that, and I get ball in hand. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do from here. I'm trying this really thin hit to go up behind the 4, I think is what I'm trying to do. Just send it like one rail, two rails up here. That is a really hard shot to try to do. The 4 is really close to the rail. If the 4 was out more, it'd be much easier, but now I've pushed yet another ball to the rail. We only have 4 balls to be able to hide behind now, unless we get like a 1 ball here, cue ball here type situation, which may need to be planned out in advance and try to set it up. It's hard to do that. Uh-oh, where's the cue ball going? And now we have what, 5, 6, I think 7 shots that were dead scratches. I'm gonna try to be dirty here, and I'm gonna try to leave him behind the 5. This is a little bit of upper left, making the 1 and coming off 1 rail into the 5. Just like that. Matt is not very happy looking. But this is how you come back in this game. This is how you can make points. This is really the essence of what this game was about. And then again, imagine if you're in a 9-ball game, you did this to your opponent. You got the 1 and then you got the 2-9 carom sitting right up here. You get the cue ball anywhere in this area, you can just play right off 2 and into there. Matt has to do like a Z bank or triple Z bank, or he miscued. You could kind of tell he miscued. Yeah, he's looking at his cue. It's hard to get as much into that ball as you really want. But I'm on the comeback trail. I am down 4-6 now. Again, we're playing to 7. I think here I should try leaving behind the 3. I think I'm going to try leaving me behind the 6, which is a shot you should be I'm wiping off his miscue mark. This is a shot you should be practicing a lot. This is a shot no one practices. This is a shot that comes up in 9-ball quite a bit, where you have kind of a simple safety. Like if I were here, I don't have this pocket. Let's say there was a ball, you know, something. I don't think I have that pocket. You'd want to find a safe, and this is a good way to do it. I hit it. I wanted to freeze on the back of the 6, but this is pretty good because I use this. The way the 6 is, I cut him off from doing that. He has to go 1, maybe 2 and into it. And then the scratch is big. He may have to go straight into this ball. Yep, scratch is big on that one. So I'm at 5. We are catching up. We are making progress. And now we don't look like as big of idiots as we did in the first place. As big. We're still not shooting well, specifically for this game. My brain is still, even my commentary brain is still like, oh, 1, 2, carom the 9, or you could play the 3, or, you know, I'm thinking 9-ball. I think I might be trying to do the 3-ball trick that I was talking about. Maybe not. It looks like I'm hitting it pretty hard. No, I'm going behind the 9 here. Yep, making this go 1. Don't hit the 9 there. Perfect. Matt's getting frustrated because he went up 6-0 right, or was it 5-0 or 6-0? Sorry, there's a little fuzzy floating around here. You probably didn't see that, so it just looked like I was waving my hands. Wouldn't be the craziest thing you've seen on this channel. I was going to say wouldn't be the craziest thing I put on the internet, but we'll just, I don't like the wording of that. Matt got really jabby at that. Still almost hit it. The warp follow kicked in and he ended up hitting the 6, so it's hill. First one to 7 is going to win this thing. Let's see how it goes from here. I think I'm making this and trying to leave him right where I left him before. Left him behind the 2 this time. The window there was really here. I mean, let's do a half circle here. And not even this far. But if I get here on, you know, just by sheer luck, he has a hit at it, but he does not have a hit at it. So now both of us are going to be kicking for our lives here. Matt is just worried about making this. It's not like an Efren resafe. Now, let's say we were playing 9-ball and that was a shot. If the woman was a little bit further over, it would actually been a good safety. In this game, it's not because I can hit the ball easily. I'm trying to come up 1, 2, 3 and behind the 9 here. But I'm going to hit the 8 or the rail before the 8 and not get there. Yep, and I'm pointing out where I wanted that one. This may look like one of the most boring things ever, and I don't expect this video to do well. I had to get it off of the backlog, as I think I have 2 ready that I've already narrated that I need to edit. This will be the 3rd, and after this, there's still 11 or 12 more. No, 10 or 11 more. All throughout the month of December. We have not played anything in January yet, and at the rate we're going at, we may not. Which is fine. January is cold and miserable. I think Matt was trying to leave behind the 6. Just missed it. Left me kind of weird. If I could play a stop shot, leave it behind the 7, I just have to play it at a speed that the 1 doesn't like come back out here. Or even better, follow 1 rail into the back of the 7. Too hard. That would have been really good. Like a half bar, or actually that looks like a full ball over, frozen to the 7 would have been good. He would have had to bridge over it and go this way. Frozen to the bottom of the 7 would be even better because then he can't go here or here. He has to try to go over the 7 here, or like a 2-railer, or you know, something like that. As it is, I left him the whole ball. It's kind of a weird spot. He made the 2-ball. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't help him. Getting rid of the uninvited guests hanging from the light. This is kind of a weird, you know, like in regular 9-ball, I would bank this here maybe. I think I was trying to make that and leave him behind the 2 because the 1 spot's here. Matt will most likely make this in the top corner. His goal should be to get the cue ball here. Can't really get it under anywhere from right here. So top of the rail frozen would be good. A little more oomph. He got the right angle on it. But now I can do things like spin it around to go 1 rail at it. If I was on the rail here, it'd be much harder to do this shot. I have to dig a little bit on this, so maybe a half a tip of low and then a ton of right. 6 almost got in the way to help me, but with those shots, especially being hill, I don't want to do anything fancy. I just want to hit the ball, get out of the inning without losing. This one's kind of goofy. Looking at ways to do this. You can bank it here, 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 and out. Follow the cue ball here, here, and under the 2. But I mean, I just drew 100 lines on there just to explain that shot. He went the more traditional 9-ball safety route, which unfortunately in kick safe isn't going to help. On this episode of What Adam's Drinking Today, it's ice water. Sponsored by? No, I'm not sponsored by anybody. That'd be cool though. Unless it was a water sponsor. That'd be kind of lame. I was trying to do kind of the shot I did before, leaving him behind the 5, but I knew I couldn't make the 1 there, so I had to play the 1 off and try to get the cue ball there. That was not very well executed. I don't know what he has here. I'd be tempted to go 1 rail behind the 9, but that's really touchy. Behind the 7, that was a good idea. It's not going to work, but it was a good idea. The more you can do, or how do I word this? The more you can just hit 1 ball and try to worry about where 1 ball is going, the better the safety is going to be. Once you get trying to figure out where both balls are going to go, unless you're practicing that very, very frequently, it's not going to really work. So this was more of a 9-ball safety, and in this game it doesn't really help. What I mean by that is the pros will spend all day in a practice session trying to get the cue ball here and the 1 ball in a straight line so that they get this snooker. And both balls will be like out here somewhere or whatever. In our amateur level of play, we can do that sometimes, but if you can worry about 1 ball instead of trying to move both, you're going to be much better off. So like here. If I make the 1, I know it's going to spot here. If I can just draw back a little bit, freeze on the 4. It should be a really good, it doesn't look like that's what I'm doing though. That would be really good. Instead of making it, I'm trying to go all the way over behind the 9, and I almost got there, but I should have looked at just leaving it behind the 4. As I mentioned in other videos that were recorded during the month of December, at the height of being sick, I wasn't really in the greatest mindset for pool. Easy to lose focus, easy to not see things, easy to get one-dimensional tunnel vision. Now there, we made 2 balls. Matt made 2 balls, but the first one to drop was the 1. The second one to drop was the 3. This is important because if they were switched around, I would have a much harder hit on the 1 if the 3 would have gone in first. But here it is. I just straight on the 1. I don't know what I can do here. Don't really have a great... Yeah, I thought I might try something like that, which is great, except for I hit the 1. The 3 came back and hit the 1 up table. If the 1 was somehow still stuck here, I would be fine. But at least now we're moving balls out. So now we have all these, actually including the 9, that are not on the rail and easier to get behind. I think Matt was trying to come back over here, but he hit the 8 head on. So they gave me a yellow card for it. Yellow card for illegal hit of the 8, or I don't know, something. Here I can cross the 1 over this way, come up this way. I don't want to make the 1 though. Or I can double hit the 1, come up here and get right behind all this stuff. Yeah, I'd rather do that. This is rough. This is a rough hit for Matt. Looks like he's going right at it, so I think you can see the edge of it. For those wondering, jump cues and jumping are not allowed in this game. Jumping of any kind. Mass A's and swerves and stuff like that we allow, but no jumping over a ball. It was a good hit. He had much more than I thought he had from the camera angle. I don't really remember this. This is almost 2 months ago, but that seems like a good shot, especially if I can do this. And I'm laughing. Matt says I have an evil laugh when I play safety, and it works well. But I'm looking at what he has here, and it's not much. I don't know how much of this he can get past if he can go down here. Otherwise, he would have to go here, 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 and up. This could be a game winner here. Hard to tell. Or he's Z-ing it. He's going to go here, here, into it. Boom. What a hit. Fantastic job, Matt. That was really nice. I was expecting to win the game there, and Matt's like, I don't know how I did it. I just said, I'm going to Z-shot. I'm going to channel my inner Efren, and we're going to get there. I'm 3-railing this, leaving behind the 3, or not. Plan was for the cue ball to be behind here. Instead, I think I hit it a little too thin into the rail to bring the cue ball out back, or thick, or one of those two. If Matt can cross this, meaning, well, that may not be good either. Like a typical 9-ball safety would be just play the 1 ball up and down table. Cue ball kind of floats here and goes this way, but that doesn't help in this game. It's kind of what he was doing, but I think he was trying to go all the way behind the 8 and 9. Good idea. Another thing this game gives us is ideas for safeties. So that we try something and it doesn't work, and maybe the next time it comes around, or in a game we're like, oh, you know what, I tried that in the one thing, I need to put a little bit more top or more left or right or whatever to make it work, and then maybe it works in the future. This is kind of a weird, awkward spot because I don't have a place to really play safe. Maybe where I want to bring the cue ball into here and hide the 1. That's what I tried to do, but I hit it. I don't even say too hard. I hit it wrong. There's much wrongness about that shot. If I were Matt, I'd be really tempted to just bank this over and like pinch draw this to try to, like if you can go off the rail. It's a tight window in there, but you may be able to get a piece of the 3 and leave the cue ball behind there. It may not work now that I'm looking more at it. Of course, I have to look over here because somehow that helps. This works too, if you can get there. Now we're playing kind of extra cautious because it's hill, and we know that next point wins, and I mean we're not playing for anything except for bragging rights and kick safe superiority. I did not have that ball. I had to kick at it. Nothing good will happen here. It's a good thing it's not a 9-ball because I just set up the 1-9 combo. Matt could play the 1 into the 9 and try to leave the cue ball here, but from 6 feet away, 5 feet away, that's asking a lot. He could kick, bank the 1 this way, cue ball up and down this way. Oh, that line wasn't anywhere near right, but you get the idea. Just like this, except not hitting the 4. The 4 was one of the key balls you needed to try to hide the 1. But again, those are things you learn by playing this game and by playing these shots hundreds of times. I have a big giant wall of balls here now with these 3, but I don't know how to get something behind it. If I can bank the 1 behind here and follow up a little bit. Oh. Or I did that. Made the 1, which is kind of an added bonus because I think the 1 would have maybe come out, could have come all the way around there, but Matt, if he can hit this 1 rail has to either go around here, or I don't think he has this angle to hit at it. He has a table to deal with, he has his cues, he has all sorts of stuff. I don't know. This looks iffy. You want to hit this with a lighter ball with top and left and let the spin open up off this point here. Don't want to hit this hard. And yeah, I think he got the hit, but there's no rail. We're sorry. Thanks for playing. So I won again, 7-6. Kicksafe is a fun game. I wouldn't recommend it if you get frustrated easily. If you're working on your safeties, maybe don't play to 7. Play to 3 or 4 or 5, or work your way up. Because you are going to notice you're going to sell out a lot. You're going to leave open shots a lot. You're going to think you can play a safe, and it's really easy. Especially since when you watch the pro commentators, they say stuff like, "Oh yeah, he's going to have to play. He's going to have to find some kind of safety here, and there's 3 balls on the table." Like, what do you do? The pros make it look easy. The rest of us, we struggle with it. But anyway, that is the game of Kicksafe. I don't know if I will do another one of those on the channel or not. Matt and I usually play one of those when we get together, but we haven't in the last couple of times. Might have been because of the way I've been feeling. Might have been because we're sick of it. But I don't know if I'll record it. If I do, I don't know if I'll post it. I don't know if I'll do everything. I don't know if I'm going to do everything with the 10 backlog videos that I have. In fact, one is titled Adam versus Matt 8-Ball. We didn't play very well. So maybe that one doesn't get posted, or maybe it does as a learning experience. But anyway, I forgot to mention to subscribe to the channel and like and comment and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, I realize this probably won't get a whole ton of views, and if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. But until next time, look for more like actually we hit the balls into the pockets on purpose and not just the cue ball. We'll see you later. Have a good one.